Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I've got to show you today to start this week off is incredibly glorious. It turns out that gun owners made an entire Caribbean nation fall to our will and desires, and 5 Americans are coming home because they have completely rescinded and amended their insane gun control laws, again at the force of gun owners. You tell me gun owners don't have a voice and can't make things happen. Everything that I'm about to show you is linked in the description box below. This is massive, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And this content is made possible by a company called Caliky. Now, if you live behind the blue curtain and the gun control auspices, Caliky is something to check out. It's on their Instagram page. Everything will be linked if you want to check it out, but it's a solution for that insane gun control regime that we always fighting against. And thank you to them for making this content possible. All right, beautiful people, one of the things that I consistently preach on this channel is that we are more powerful than they want us to think that we are. We have the ability through numbers and through sheer mass to affect things that would seem outside of our normal realm of influence. For example, the island nation of Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean imprisoned 5 different Americans for having things like single rounds of 9mm or spent casings in their luggage when they went into the island nation, and then charged them for 12 years imprisonment. Well, turns out they just folded. They've completely rescinded the law and listened to the political backpedaling and the reasons as to why they're doing it. And I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that, 67% of their GDP is by tourism, mostly from the United States. When you have the power, wield the power. Check this out. This is what I'm talking about. Turks and Caicos amends draconian gun laws. Draconian is the word I just tried to say. Draconian gun laws. Posted June 20th, 2024. So this is recent. And remember, this is where we had Americans. We sent the letter to Ron DeSantis. Remember that one? If you guys signed on, you can say you actually had a part in this because they just rescinded them. Check this out. The Turks and Caicos Parliament has amended local laws, removing a mandatory 12-year sentence for anyone caught with illegal weapons, live ammunition, or spent shells in the wake of a recent fiasco involving the arrest of several American tourists and angry congressional representatives demanding their release. Again, this is because you guys spoke out. This is because the representatives in these areas went down to the Turks and Caicos and said, yeah, do you like that GDP that's made from tourism? Yeah, we're going to need you to change that. Oh, and by the way, the people that you have in prison, they're going back home too. That's what we're talking about. But pretty soon, guys, we're going to hear the reason why. And it had nothing to do with politics. It was merely for fairness. Yeah. Okay, let's continue going. The former British colony, an idyllic tourism paradise, was caught in the middle of an unwanted diplomatic problem in the past month when security scanners at the main airport had detected a few unused rounds of ammunition in the luggage of several outgoing passengers. They were promptly arrested, charged, and detained in police cells while lawyer and congressional representatives demanded their release, calling it an inadvertent mistake. No weapons were found in any of the suitcases. So this was for a single round of 9mm or a 12-gauge shotgun round, okay? The island took the initial stance of, well, we're being tough on gun crime. Yeah. How'd that work out? Let's continue. Attorney General Rhonda Lee Knowles said the courts have now the widest possible breadth of discretion to impose a lesser sentence than the mandatory minimum, noting that deterrence is the main goal of the law rather than custodial sentences. Oh, is it? So they changed their law through pressure from United States congressmen, probably waving around the idea that 60 to 70% of their tourism and GDP was from America. And now they changed the law, and after all, it was only meant for deterrence. Yeah. If you believe that, okay. Well, it wouldn't happen to be that they've got to provide cover while they yield to the United States and the gun owner population. Nope, wouldn't be that. Meanwhile, the government has the support of the political opposition. Opposition leader Edwin Astwood said he wanted to, quote, emphasize the importance of this amendment in ensuring that the judiciary can administer justice more equitably. This legislative change is a critical step in ensuring our legal system is both just and flexible. It acknowledges that not all cases are alike and that our judges must have the ability to consider all factors and impose sentences that are truly just and appropriate. Yeah. How do you say we got our butts kicked without saying we got our butts kicked? Well, I mean, after all, we're just chasing the just and equitable outcomes, and we don't have to abide by the minimum 12-year sentences that we passed prior, and we were holding 5 Americans on our island for. No, it was just a solution for potential equitable and just outcomes, and that's why we changed it back. Because, oh my God, please don't be mad, guys. This is the power you have. When you raise your voice, when you have representatives raise hell about something, you have more power than you think you do. You just had an entire Caribbean nation come to yield an entire law around 5 Americans. Yeah, we're not powerful. Let's keep going. One more thing for you, because we got to listen to some more cover, some political maneuvering that was necessary for the just and equitable outcomes. Oh my God. Quote, "We, the PDM, believe it is necessary to immediately review and potentially amend the existing firearm laws, gaining public consultation and thereby creating a more nuanced and flexible legal framework." Okay, buzzwords to look out for: nuanced. "While we must uphold the rule of law," we just changed it, "we believe that our legal system must be flexible enough to consider extenuating circumstances and to differentiate between individuals who pose a genuine threat and those who may have had no criminal intent and unknowingly violate the law." Yeah, if that was truly the intent and the outcome, they would have done this before when they had the law in place. BS, a BS meter going off big time for you, because it is for me too. They had every intention of imposing these laws, these penalties on American citizens until hell was raised. The State Department was completely avoiding all of this. Congressional representatives went down, obviously laid down the hammer in a political fashion, and a week later, after we sent a letter to Ron DeSantis could get involved as well, you now have the entire island nation going, well, I mean, after all, you got to be just and equitable and fair, and this was never meant to imprison anybody for 12 years like the law stated, and we were never going to do it. But now that you've brought it to our attention, of course, gun owners and gun representatives, we're going to say you have to have some discretion and nuance. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Turks and Caicos, from me and all the gun owners and gun rights activists that are on my channel, we appreciate your ambivalence in this decision, and we really look forward to working further together as we return to your island now that there is a just and equitable outcome with a nuanced decision on case-by-case basis. And that's what I've got for you guys. Don't ever doubt the power that you have. Everything will be linked, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Braden, out.